Hey everybody, we're live. Finally, had some technical difficulties. Had to do a little rearranging with softwares and stuff, but I want to welcome my man Lawrence here. I appreciate your help trying to straighten all this stuff out. Coming in from Texas. Want to give a quick shout out, hello?
Yeah. It always, whenever it comes time to go live or anything like that, they'll always have some type of technical difficulty. But we're here. We kind of, we solved the issue, and we're here now.
That's what it's all about. That's life, right? There's always issues somewhere. So it's all about your mental attitude and how you approach them and handle them. We don't quit, so that's why we're here.
Exactly.
A little bit different than most people, but we want to talk about the online world. There's how many different ways to make money online? Countless.
Yeah. The list goes on. There's e-commerce, which is what I do. Then, there's like social media marketing, you have email marketing, you have pay-per-clicks, you have CPAs. I mean, there's SEO. The list literally goes on and on and on for things to do online, literally.
Yeah, and obviously I don't expect a lot of you people, I don't mean that in a rude way. Some people think that's rude, like my sister. Sorry about that. But any viewers, a lot of those acronyms will seem like a foreign language, but it's really not that difficult. And we're going to be providing, not just today, but moving forward, a tremendous amount of information that you can literally use either in your current business, no matter what you do, bringing that business online and leveraging the internet to get more traffic, which is eyeballs to your product or service, and more leads, people opting into your service, ringing your phone, calling you up, stopping in your store, and ultimately sales, which is the goal. There's a million ways you can go, but we're going to have a hell of a lot of information moving forward. Today, I really wanted to just touch on a few different things. Everybody knows Amazon. I was working with Amazon doing some FBA, what's called retail arbitrage, last winter, and got away from it because shopping's not really my thing. I mean, I have an app on my phone where I can just go into a store and scan things that are on sale, and it'll tell me how much things are going for on Amazon. And as a general rule of thumb, if you can pick something up for 1/3 of the price it's selling for on Amazon, you can make money from it. You take it home and you register it on the site, scan it, and send it into Amazon, and they have customers everywhere. And it just sits there. One example, I don't know if I mentioned this to you, Lawrence, was that store sat there, had a lot of personal stuff go on family-wise, or I had to support them a lot over the last few months. And I hadn't touched my Amazon store since, it's probably been 4 or 5 months, really. And I just recently checked it like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and happened to have a few $100s sitting there. Dean made it. Welcome, Dean. What's happening, buddy? we will endure. But Amazon system, you send things into that. Just for one example, you send products into that, whether they're your own or you buy them from a local store on sale, or you can even source them from China, from wherever. And they have the customers. They'll continue to market for you and make sales for you. Like I said, I just had a few $100s sitting there, which came in very handy, obviously. Didn't touch it for months. So there's so many different ways. Let's touch briefly on Shopify.
Yeah, sure.
Shopify is a store platform. Let's explain it a little bit, the basics.
Yeah, so I guess just to kind of say it in a basic term, Shopify is basically a platform that allows anybody with access, to a computer and the internet, the ability to have their own online store and sell either, physical products or just physical products or digital products in itself. So it's just a platform where it allows you to have your own store.
So you can basically sell anything on there. Like I wrote a few things down here, like jewelry, print on demand, like T-shirts, hats, like you have on. A lot of people do.
Yeah, for sure. Hats, jewelry's a big winner. Sunglasses. I sold selfie sticks for a while, and they did really well. And when you take Shopify and you put some paid advertising with it, so you can drive traffic to your store, it becomes really powerful. So, my method of choosing traffic is specifically Facebook ads. I love Facebook ads, just simply because Facebook has so much data on everybody. I mean, they monitor everything that you like, comment, share. If you tag your boyfriend, your girlfriend, even if you kind of just even linger over an article just for more than 1 or 2 seconds, it records that, and it just saves all this data. So when a person like me, an advertiser, comes in and we need to find like a 35-year-old woman that drinks coffee, likes the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Yankees, Facebook has all that information, so it makes it really easy to find that person.
And then we use what we refer to as bridge marketing. We can market to those people by, I mean, say Lawrence created a Steelers T-shirt or something with a coffee mug of some sort or whatever on it. He could sell that, and Facebook has so much data, it's sickening. That he can zero in on Facebook or Steelers fans that like coffee that also live in Texas where he lives. So you can geo-targeting for your business, even if you're not doing print-on-demand stuff. Say you're an insurance person or even running a local pizza shop, real estate agent. The targeting,
Facebook ads definitely they give you access to anything. So it not only works for physical products but also services. If you're a real estate agent, if you're a lawyer, if you own a brick and mortar store, or even if you're, I tell guys all the time, there's a couple of buddies that I live around here, and they actually do like landscaping. So I'm like, hey buddy, man, if you want to boost your sales, you can definitely use Facebook ads and just have some local awareness, in your general city, 10 to 15 mile radius, and say, hey, I'm cutting grass, $25 a yard, give me a call. And literally you can blow your business up with Facebook. It's really crazy.
Yeah, and they have a lot of different types of ads. Even you can run ads very cheap, very very cost effective. There's no question that Facebook ads are the best bang for your buck in marketing anywhere in the world right now. I have no doubt about that. But even for brand awareness, you can run cheaper ads locally just to bring attention and bring fans to like your Facebook business page or something, even if you're not trying to sell them anything yet. And that's a very effective way to build up your name, even if you're new in business or been in for 25 years, whatever. But Dean's got a question here. Sorry, bud. Dean's got a question here. He's got some clients that have some specialty products. What's the best way to help them? I would go right with what we're talking about, which would be Facebook ads, setting up a Facebook page, and possibly a Shopify store, depending on.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you could somehow maybe come up with some type of video, because video ads are doing really well right now, and kind of show that pain point on how that product is solving that pain point, and kind of serve it to the masses in a video with content form. Those are really powerful, kind of showing if it's a how-to, how to fix the cup or whatever the product may be. If you can show that actually in action through a video, you can really reach the masses on Facebook for just at $5 a day. It could really be a big impact.
There you go. He just asked what's a good budget for Facebook ads. I don't know if you saw that, but that's our rule of thumb for most people that market online, at least in our circles, which are the people that are cutting edge and figure out the newest strategies, and then we share with each other when we get something that works. Like if I've made some tweak in my ad and it really helped and made something take off, we're all working. We're in business by ourselves, for ourselves, but not by ourselves. So I would be sharing that with Lawrence so that he could implement it in his business, because one thing that's important to understand is you really have to have an abundant mindset. There's so much available in this world, and it is a global market. You have to make sure you realize that too. Even if your business is local, you may have competition locally, but we can show you how to dominate that. No question about it. But usually any ad that we start for testing is $5 a day. And you can go, I don't know, 4 or 5 days and collect some pretty good data usually.
Yeah, definitely. You'd be surprised how long, how far $5 will go, you know. And then of course, as you're making money, you spend more money. It's not like you're going out and say, hey, let's spend $100 today and see what happens. So you start with five, then maybe the next day or the next few days you spend 10, then 20, and so forth. And as you're making money and that ROI is increasing, of course you'll spend more money in Facebook ads.
Absolutely. As an example, I was messing around with video ads. Lawrence mentioned earlier. They really help with getting things to go viral and getting your cost down. I was messing around with a couple ads last week and a couple weeks ago, actually, before we went to Arizona. But and you can do a hell of a lot better than this. But I thought I did pretty well. I was getting interactions on my boosted post to targeted people. Don't just click that button that says boost and let Facebook decide who they're showing it to. Make sure you customize your audience, and we'll teach you all that. That's easy stuff. But I was getting interactions on this video that I was promoting just for brand awareness for 2 cents a piece.
Yeah.
And go ahead, spill the beans. I still got a ways to go, but
Yeah. You can definitely get it lower. I mean, it all goes on targeting and whatnot and how big your audience is. But yeah, I've had interactions with videos posts where it's literally 0.0003.
yeah.
So I mean, that's literally for 1 penny. Facebook is showing my video to 300 people or 3,000 people.
3,000.
You know,
yeah.
so it's like, wow, like for 1 penny, like here, you know, you could just literally put a few dollars on these ads and reach the masses.
Yeah, I know some people that were, I guess they work the internet and more traditional bloggers and stuff like that, and they got a little irritated when Facebook actually started not showing. Because early on with the business pages, almost all of your fans could see your stuff, and then they cut that way back to like 6 or 7%. I don't even know what it is now, but it still doesn't matter. If you do the marketing properly, you can still get it very, very cheap.
Yeah, you can definitely.
See, let's see. We got a question. Suggest using Fiverr to get people to design your Shopify site. I'll let you handle that.
I mean, honestly, I probably wouldn't use Fiverr to have someone design it.
Fiverr's useful.
Yeah, Fiverr is definitely useful, but that's just one of those tasks that you would probably want to spend a little more than $5, $10 to get done. Simply because you want it looks nice and it's mobile responsive, and you know, just a good overall appearance. Typically, I mean, you get what you pay for. You know, $5 for a website, it's just not going to happen. I would suggest either going to like freelancer.com or Upwork, or even doing it yourself, because it's not hard to do yourself. Everything is all, the documentation is all there through Shopify, and literally within 2 or 3 hours, you can have a full-blown site ready for traffic and collecting sales.
Awesome. Just find people that are experts or giving free information about it. You Google and YouTube. There's so much information out there, but we're going to be providing a lot of times. The people that put things out there, they'll give you some decent information. A lot of them will give you a good bit of information, but they just don't seem to give you those final pieces and nuggets that that you sometimes find yourself needing. But we're going to be providing complete training sessions for a lot of different topics. So stay tuned with us on there.
Absolutely, for sure. He said, so how do you get the products on Shopify? Me personally, I deal with several different suppliers. So some of them are overseas, some of them are local, and I just literally go through their catalogs and just kind of pick products that I know I can serve my audience through Facebook advertising. And it's really about testing. So I may take 5, 6, 7 different products and, you know, throw $5 at each of them and just let them run for a couple of days and see exactly which ones are selling and which ones are not. The ones that are selling, I'll put a little bit more money in ads, and the ones that are not selling, I'll just turn off. So, I mean, yeah, so I had just different suppliers just depending on different niches that I'm in.
Yeah, and there's suppliers everywhere, whether, like I mentioned, China earlier, AliExpress, Alibaba. There's local suppliers right here in the U.S. You can do that too. It's
absolutely.
Possibilities are endless. The clients have unique products. Well, you don't really have to worry a whole lot about competition as far as, I guess, if you're referring to like AliExpress or something, Dean. Um, they're unique enough. There's not enough people on each product now. You can see how many have been ordered and things there. But something I actually picked up from watching another hangout that Lawrence did the other day is he stalks the new products there, and you know that'd be a good thing to test. Their own products. The clients your clients have unique products. That's easy. You can just
I mean that's easy as long as I mean you'll be able to target your audience on Facebook. You know, whatever the product may be, you'll be able to somehow find your way to target them on Facebook, and it's just literally putting the product in front of your audience and just having your targeting right, and having your Shopify store set up so when they click your ad on Facebook, it takes them directly to your Shopify store, and then they can actually just order right then and there.
I happen to know that the products Dean is talking about are female related products, and I know from my history of marketing online, I don't know what you found, but I found that the female target and market seems to be, well, they like to shop, so online is no different than offline. So have you found more clients of yours in your stores?
Oh yeah, I would definitely say it's a female dominant space for them buying online. At least like that's who I market to primarily. You know, I probably have about 75% of my customers are female. Okay. So I mean, yeah, I definitely like targeting the women. They tend to be those shoppers. You know, they see something they want, go ahead and let's buy it.
Swipe that card, yeah. Okay, let's back up a little bit, Lawrence. I just found out when we were in Arizona that you actually got connected through our mentor and the CEO of Techademics. Nice hat, by the way. I got to get me one of them. That you actually found him. Was that you that found him on Snapchat or Periscope?
Yeah. So I found Chris through Periscope. You know, Periscope at one point was kind of the talk and whatnot, so I kind of jumped on there, and I was just kind of looking for entrepreneurs and kind of motivational people to listen to and kind of follow on there. And Chris somehow got suggested to me, or one thing led to another. And
any online experience before that?
No, I didn't have anything. I wasn't doing anything online. I was just kind of, well, I think at this point, when I seen Chris on Periscope, I was trying to sell T-shirts, but I didn't have any success. I didn't have any. It was just like I sold one T-shirt here, two T-shirts there, but I didn't really understand the concept or really have any strategies or techniques to go in place. And literally, I started following Chris on Periscope, and just day after day, he was just giving so much value and giving like actionable tips. Like I was doing what he was saying, and I was getting a few sales, and I was like, whoa, this is just crazy. Like everything he said has converted into a few sales here, a few sales there, and I'm making money. So I'm like, okay, so
she's like, give me more info, give me more.
So I started doing, a little research on him and seeing what he had going on, what products he had going on, and he ended up having, the mastermind, and I contacted him and got all the information pertaining to that, and man, I was all in. There was no convincing me. I was all in from day one, and man, it's converted to what it is now. We have 4 Shopify stores, and we do a combination of $100,000 in sales monthly. And this is, literally starting with nothing, no experience online, just kind of.
What did you do prior to online then? What were you making then?
Yeah, I was right before online, I was doing construction work. Out here in the Texas sun, slinging concrete. And man, that was horrible. That didn't last long. I was making like $10 an hour doing concrete work, but killing myself. 12-hour days making my rack, and then even prior to that, I was doing like seafood warehouse work and making $7 an hour. And I'm actually allergic to seafood, so
oh no,
I'm almost swollen and puffed up. But it literally, online marketing has definitely changed my life completely. Just literally getting targeted for a Facebook ad one day, seeing a shirt that resonated with me, doing some reverse engineering, and it's led to where I'm at now a year later.
In 1 year. It is. So you I just got a question. How long did it take you to reach six figures? So it's actually less than a year now. I happen to know that when Lawrence found that mastermind and stuff, that was probably what, November last year?
Yeah, about October, November is when I joined the mastermind. But yeah, so from the day that I started Shopify, which was August, it was August 4th, literally like 1 year and 20 days ago, August 4th of last year. It took us like 88 days to hit six figures in sales. You know, from starting with, you know, nothing. You know, like literally started with $100 and I invested $5 in ads and I got $20 in sales. Took that $20 in sales, put it in ads, right? Then took the $20 and turned that into $100 in sales, right? And kept doing that same process until, you know, we just kept flipping other people's money and using Facebook's ad credit, and it just kept resulting and resulting. It was just like, it was a funnel that just never ended, and it just continuously went up.
Amazing. Yeah, I'm going to touch on that Facebook secret a little bit later here. That's pretty amazing. So, I mean, imagine from no online experience, Lawrence tried to do Shopify from August till November till he got connected with the right-minded people with the right strategies and stuff. And once he really started rocking, less than 90 days, generating $100,000. I'm sure you started with just one store, right?
Yeah, we started with one store and got that systematized, and then we decided to take on another store, so we replicated the same process, the same funnels, whatnot, and we did the same thing. We did another 100,000 in sales, but this time we cut that in half. We did it in 45 days, actually like 42 days. We did 100,000 in sales, and like we just knew we were onto something, and we started another store after that. We had like a branded store, you know, and then we did six figures there relatively. It was longer than 42 because I guess we did that in the 42 days. It was definitely around Christmas time, so Christmas was spending a lot of money. But nonetheless, we started a third store, and it took us approximately about 95 days to hit six figures on that store. So
95 days, you can't complain about that no matter what.
So yeah, it definitely. Once you get those processes and those systems in place, you can just replicate the system over and over again and just teach people. You know, that's what I value in now, is showing others how they can actually replicate the same process.
Yeah. And this video, I posted it in a private group I have for Milton Hershey. I don't know how many Milton Hershey people are on here. I'm starting to do a lot and really put myself out there for connecting everybody and bringing people like Lawrence in so you can see what's possible and all the different ways that things are possible. Like Chris, our mentor that we've mentioned before, he was doing strictly affiliate sales up until less than about a year ago. And when he came up with this concept for Techademics itself, well, it had been brewing, but he actually started working on it. But he was able to generate just an affiliate sales, which is selling other people's products. You don't even have to have your own products online. And in the last 15 months, he was able to generate $10 million in profit. Just let that sink in. You know, it's crazy. I mean, here we are right now. It's August 25th. Christmas is how far away? A little more than 90 days away. I mean, everybody's coming off of vacations with the family. Kids are starting back in school. So how's your Christmas look right now? That's what I want to know. You know, are you going to be able to, you know, when Thanksgiving or whatever rolls around and kids start talking about Christmas, you're going to be able to get them that new gaming system or those new whatever happens to be the hot thing at the moment?
Yeah, it was this exact time last year when I started, you know, and I jumped in head first. I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but I decided to take that imperfect action and say, man, let's kind of dive in and figure it out along the way. And it was literally like August of this time last year, and we were just generating sales, and man, it's been an awesome journey. And yeah, definitely this is a great time because, like you were saying, kids are back in school, so they'll start doing good, getting good grades. So you have to reward them for Christmas and whatnot. So it's definitely a good time to get in and get some extra Christmas money.
Yeah, actually, the Christmas rush. I know from last year working Amazon, Black Friday was a drop dead date where if you're selling things on Amazon, and if you're interested in that, look us up. I can connect you with the right people to train you on that. you have to have anything that you want to sell for the Christmas rush shipped into them by Black Friday, give or take a couple days, whatever it is, Cyber Monday, something like that. You have to be approved in certain categories. So now's the time to think about this stuff. You know, you got to project forward and just take action. I mean, do you follow Gary V? I feel like I'm like the generational. That's why I'm going to brand myself as Uncle Joe. Look how young this cat is. You know, I've made money in real estate. I've been self-employed since 2002. Done every kind of real estate investing transaction and love real estate. I'm still involved in that to some degree, and I can help with the education there too. But Gary V talks about there's a great video he put out about people my age, you know, baby boomers, Generation X, whatever, people 40, 50 years old. You have time now, this day and age, not like when we were kids, to where you went home and you basically sat at home. We didn't even have cell phones. You know, you didn't talk to somebody. You would leave your house to go to the store, and they couldn't call you and just say, yo, what are you doing? Swing by here. And so people just sat at home and watched TV and messed around at their house. Now it's a different world with this internet. Turned 25 years old just the other day. And the opportunities are amazing. And like Gary says, you take 2-3 hours a night instead of sitting there watching the damn boob tube.
Yeah.
Put it into your future where you can build something. Yeah, look at this young guy. Don't let all these young guys get this shit. Come on. It's out there. It's not that hard. Yeah, I've been doing this internet marketing thing. Started with the real estate side, but I'm here to help guide anything, especially
yeah. And internet marketing is definitely like it's an infant stage. You know, there's still so much growth that has to be involved with internet marketing. Like everybody is still learning. Like we literally spent like 20 or 30 minutes before the video trying to get a video up because we're still learning. It's still a new process,
and things are always changing.
You know what I'm saying? Everything is changing. Exactly. There's always a constant change. What's red today is blue tomorrow. So it's like you're always trying to like stay up to date with the new latest trends and strategies. And I mean, I'm glad Techademics has actually, you know, brought that together so where you can constantly, you know, learn something in a structured environment and always be, you know, up to date, knowing what videos are working, knowing what ads are working, and just knowing what platforms to sell on and whatnot. It's a great movement.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me skip over to personal development. Think that's an important aspect of business in general from your experience? How old are you, by the way? What are you, like 26?
Yeah. I'm 30. I'm 30 years old.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
30. Hey,
still a baby.
So still young. So yeah, personal development is definitely a big thing to kind of conquer. It's always something that you're learning. Like I've grown so much here in the last year, just having so many breakthroughs, just kind of expanding my network and speaking to all different types of people and just really just having that mind expansion, right? That the world is so huge and people are just so full of knowledge and energy. And to me, it's really an important aspect to network and definitely get involved and mastermind with others. That way your personal development can slowly just skyrocket. You're gonna start feeling that energy. You're gonna start feeling it. You're gonna start, you know, catching on to other people. And it's just literally, it's once you get that momentum, there's no stopping it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that doesn't, I made a post in the group that I'm sure I'll be posting this video in, that started as a Milton Hershey group, like I said earlier. And I don't know if it's going to stay strictly Milton Hershey. Hopefully it's going to at least remain heavily influenced by my fellow Milton Hershey people. But the mindset, it doesn't even have to be, it's not rah-rah. I had somebody comment on a post I did in there the other day about, I don't want the rah-rah. I want exactly, how do you do this? How do you do that? And you know what? The internet is such a mess out there. That's exactly what we're doing with Techademics. We are sharing information for free, complete strategies for absolute free that you can take and implement into your business, tweak it however you want. Of course, there are products and educational stuff involved with Techademics, but you'll be able to take these strategies and do with them what you will. no hard feelings. If you never want to buy a Techademics product, that's fine. We got plenty of free information that you can take and use yourself. It's not all about the rah-rah thing. We're like-minded people. Like, I hardly watch TV at all. To me, it's just a waste of time. And when I do have a few shows that I like that I record on DVR, but then I'm fast forwarding through the commercials because I don't care to see the ads for whatever the pharmaceutical companies and everybody's trying to convince me that I need, that has side effects that are 10 times worse than the itch they're trying to get you to treat, you know. But it's just about spending time with people who are on the same path, who want more. And it's unfortunate that right now I think the stats are, 78% of America. I mean, Techademics is global, but just speaking about America, it lives like paycheck to paycheck with less than $400. And it's insane. And Lawrence, what do you think about if anybody wants a little more than that, even to set some small goal? I mean, how hard is it really?
Yeah, it's so realistic to say, hey, I want to do something on the internet and make $100 a day in my pocket and literally make $3,000 a month. That is like a realistic goal that anybody, not knowing Shopify, Facebook ads, internet marketing, anything like that, if you can set a realistic goal and say, hey, I just want to make $100 a day in my pocket. That's a realistic goal. And you can actually, you set the goal and you just create the path to that goal. That's all. It's all about creation.
Got a comment here, said, so you say you started with $100, no joke. Actually, it was less than that. He built to that $100, correct?
Yeah, it was I had $100 and I spent $47 of that $100 on a course, left me with 53, and literally just kind of kept flipping that. I had a Facebook ad credit because Facebook would kind of front you some money. And,
yeah, let's talk about that a little bit. I wanted to save that, but why don't you wheel right into that?
Yeah, so Facebook does like an ad credit. So basically, they will front you ad money. You'll start off with like a low threshold, till you start paying off, which will be $25. Then once you pay your $25 off, they'll raise you to $50. Then once you pay that $50 off, they'll raise you to $100. And then they'll continue this process, so to speak. So you're showing good faith that you're paying your bill, so they'll raise your threshold. So I had it to a point where my threshold was at $250. Okay, so I was able to spend up to $250 before Facebook would charge my credit card. So I know, I have to hustle. I gotta find something that works. So I bought this course for $47, and I literally went through this course step by step. I set up my store, got the framework ready, and then I just dove into Facebook ads, and literally I spent $5 on a Monday. It generated $20 in sales. Took that $20, spend it in ads again. Instead of buying the customer's product, which I should have did, right? I took their $20 and I said, hey, let me throw it back in ads, and the 20 turned into 100. So I still didn't buy the customer's product. I took $100 and I threw it again at ads because it was just working so well. I was giving Facebook $1. It gave me.
You're rolling the dice there, weren't you?
So it was just, I was just like, the customer had to wait a few days longer, but I was like, hey, they're giving me $1. I give Facebook $1. They give me $5 back. Let's continue this process and continue to grow. So
at that point,
exactly what I did.
At that point, you did. I'm sure I don't think you would have known as much as you know now about Facebook ads and the way we throw them out there and watch and turn certain ones off and keep them going. You were like putting it all on the line, rolling the dice there early on.
Yeah. I didn't really have no strategy in place, no kind of techniques, because I didn't know exactly what I knew. A year ago, I didn't know anything. I was just like, we were just hoping and praying, and just certain things were working, and just kind of I seen what was working, and I threw a little bit more money here, watched a few videos, jumped over here, got into the group, started asking a few questions, got some tips, implemented, and just continued the process. And it just was literally like an avalanche. It just was like the sales were coming in, the phone was ringing off the hook. We couldn't sleep at night. It was a great feeling, to have literally no money and just having, $500-600 in sales, $1,000 in sales, $2,000 in sales. It makes you feel good for sure.
What's your best day in sales at this point, but combined with all of the stores?
Oh man, we did a campaign literally like a few weeks ago, man, and we did over, I want to say like $28,000 in one day in sales collectively.
Starting with that $53 in ad spend.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely once you gain that momentum, you find I always tell my clients we're always one product away, right, from going viral or for something catching on, and you're just gonna just click, and before you know it, you look and you're like, whoa, I sold 1,000 shirts in one week, and it's a great feeling. It really is.
Yeah, it's the sky's the limit. So if I go to Shopify, what should be the first thing I should do? First thing to do.
The first thing, I mean, before you even want to go to Shopify, you definitely want to do some research, right? You definitely want to see if you can find any resources that can kind of guide you, because it's just there's not like a clear-cut path, right? You're going to go to Shopify, you're going to need to buy a domain. You'll eventually need a logo design. You'll need to add a few products here and there. So if you can just get some type of resource, YouTube is a great source. You just find some basic stuff on how to set up your store. You can just start off there and then just kind of work your way till you start drop shipping, moving products from suppliers to your website, and then going and systemizing the process.
Yeah, and depending on your product, like in the beginning at least, I don't know if Lawrence is using U.S. sources or AliExpress or anything right now, but the way you can set this up, the way he was talking about rolling the dice and everything, getting paid, a lot of times with the shipping, you can allow 2 to 3 weeks for shipping. A lot of times you can get the products, collect payments, be paid, and then you're going to go pay for the product, and then you have more money to put back into the ads to pay down the Facebook ads, and it can keep going up. I mean, there are people out there, and Lawrence and I know people that spend thousands and tens of thousands. There's people out there that literally spend $1 million a day advertising on Facebook.
They spend them. Yeah, I've reached a point now to where I have a couple of ad accounts where Facebook will front me $5,000 in spend before they'll even charge me. So it's like you can test, you can find out what's working, and then once it works, you just go hard.
Yeah, I've creeped mine up, not to quite to those scales yet, but I'm in 4 figures, so
nice.
We're rocking. Anything else you wanted to touch on? Generally, between Shopify, between the internet, between techademics?
Yeah, I mean, it just the internet is just, I mean, I kind of reiterated it again, but it's just definitely at its infancy, and we're definitely at a revolution where you can jump in and just plant your flag, get a website going, get something going, some affiliate marketing, email marketing, whatever it might be. You know, there's 37 different avenues you can take when it comes to internet marketing, even more than that, I'm sure. But just pick one of them and just stay steady at it and kind of master that trade. And just do it. I mean, we're still at its infancy stage, and you can definitely brand yourself out or brand, your company out, and just reach millions and millions of people on the internet.
Right on. Well, I don't want this to last all day. Getting some thanks. We're gonna wrap this up here. Actually, Lawrence is a pretty busy guy. I had to schedule this a little bit ago, and between the technical difficulties we had here, I don't want to keep him from his stores. He's got shipments to get out and everything. So
yeah, buddy.
In closing, I want to thank you, Lawrence, coming from Texas.
For sure. Thanks for having me, Joe. I do appreciate it, taking the time out and just kind of sharing exactly what's going on in the internet marketing space, along with Shopify and techademics.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I mentioned, that secret private group that I have, I'm going to be popping Lawrence in there. So if there's anybody that really wants to get in depth with him a little bit, I don't know if I'm sure he's not taking coaching clients at this point with 4 stores going, but might be able to pick his brain a little bit here and there.
Yeah, and of all those fails, I actually have a Facebook group called the Shopify Moneymakers. People are more than welcome to join. I'm always in there interacting with everybody, jumping on live and kind of giving out information. Yeah,
absolutely. I see him doing that a lot, actually. Like I mentioned earlier, I just picked something up from you the other day. So, yeah, we'll get that link into the group also if you guys are interested in that. But exciting times coming. You want to learn anything, do anything, don't be afraid to reach out, whether you have a business currently that you want to learn how to market better. We'll help you, no doubt about it. We'll give you some free content.
Let's
You
do
want to
it.
start a business, and that's all I got to say. Peace,
That's it.
love.
A closed mouth will never get fed. Reach out to Joe, find out what's going on, and let's get things going.
Absolutely.
All right. Till
Absolutely.
next time, everybody. Peace.
All right.